You know that feeling when you snag a cheap pair of binoculars on a flash sale, only to discover they're impossible to focus on a robin perched just a few feet away, and the lenses fog up the second you step into a misty morning? I've been there, and I've also watched friends waste a weekend trying to line up a distant ridge because their budget gear just can't hold an image. That's why the hesitation before dropping a few $100s on a high-end pair feels so real. What if you end up with another disappointment? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The SWAROVSKI OPTIC CL Pocket 825 isn't trying to be a universal solution for every outdoor hobby, but it does aim to be the smarter buy for people who want a blend of ruggedness and portability without the usual trade-offs you see in entry-level models. I spent a few mornings testing them on a weekend hike through the Appalachians, a quick trip to a local birdwatching hotspot, and even a rainy evening on the dock watching herons. The experience gave me a clear picture of where this compact binocular really shines and where it might leave you wishing for more. First off, the design is unmistakably built for life on the move. At just under 5 ounces, the CL Pocket slips easily into a jacket pocket or the included wild nature bag, which is a nice touch if you're already packing a rain jacket and a water bottle. The housing feels solid. There's a subtle click when you twist the Eyecups in, and they lock snugly around the barrels, protecting the lenses from dust and knocks. On the trail, that little bit of ruggedness means you can toss them into a backpack without worrying about a cracked prism the next day. The 8x magnification is a sweet spot for most casual users. When I was standing on a ridge looking down at a valley, I could make out a small cluster of hikers without having to hunt for a higher power that would have forced me to hold the binoculars steadier. For birding, the 8 power let me see a blue jay's feather pattern clearly, yet the image stayed stable enough that I didn't need a tripod. The key here is that the magnification matches the limited objective lens size 25 mm, so you get a bright enough picture in daylight without the bulk of a 1050 model. Comfort is where the CL Pocket really earns its keep. The twist-in Eyecups let you adjust the eye relief on the fly, which matters if you wear glasses or if your eye position changes as you tilt your head. I found that after a few minutes of use, the binoculars sat naturally against my face, and I wasn't straining to keep the view in focus. That comfortable fit is a practical advantage during long periods of observation, like when you're waiting for a deer to cross a clearing or just watching clouds drift over a lake. Now, let's be honest about the limitations. The 25mm objective lenses mean the binoculars don't gather as much light as larger models, so in low-light conditions, dawn, dusk, or heavily wooded areas, the image can get a bit dim and the contrast drops. If your primary use is nighttime wildlife spotting or you often hunt in dense forest where every photon counts, you might feel that the CL Pocket leaves you a step short. Also, the 8x magnification, while versatile, doesn't give you the reach that a dedicated 10 or 12 pair would for long-range game scouting. It's a trade-off you make for the compact size. Who should consider buying these? If you're a weekend hiker who likes to carry just the essentials, a casual birdwatcher who enjoys spotting common species without lugging a heavy rig, or a traveler who wants a pair that won't take up much suitcase space, the CL Pocket fits nicely. The included wild nature bag adds a bit of protection and makes it easy to stash them alongside a field guide. The combination of sturdy construction, comfortable ergonomics, and an 8-view works well for people who value convenience over maximum optical power. Who might want to skip it? Serious birders chasing elusive warblers in low light, hunters who need extra reach to identify game at a distance, or anyone on a tight budget looking for a sub-$100 pair. In those cases, you might be better off either stepping up to a larger objective, higher magnification model, or sticking with a reputable entry-level brand that offers a larger lens at a lower price point. One practical observation I hadn't expected was how quickly the CL Pocket cleared fog after a sudden rain shower. The lenses have a built-in nitrogen-filled chamber that prevents internal fogging, something you usually only see in higher-priced models. On the dock, after a sudden drizzle, the view cleared within seconds, allowing me to keep watching the herons without wiping the lenses constantly. That